Welcome back to another Out of the Woods adventure, and this part 3 of my overland series to the Canadian Rockies. We are about to tackle 2 of my bucket list fall hikes here in kind of the Banff Canmore area, and I cannot wait to show you where we're going. But first, we need breakfast. They are not open yet. We have to wait 5 minutes. We have about 16 miles of hiking to do today, plus another 8 tomorrow, so a really good hearty breakfast is so important. And of course, after that, we decided to stop back at the bakery from the last video, because when we get to the top of the big mountain that we're about to climb today, we want a reward, and these are going to be perfect. She's having a hard time deciding again.
I think I'm going to do the exact same thing. How was the cronut? Was it worth it?
It was good.
That was a brownie.
Decisions. She's struggling.
I want the chocolate. I'm going to go with brownie.
She's a horrible influence. Making me eat all the sweets that I've been so good to not eat lately.
Hey, it's all your personal choice. I'm not forcing you. It's your own choice.
She forced me, I promise.
It's worth the carbs.
Yes, it is. It's okay. We have like 14 miles of hiking today, so I think it'll be okay, and that's why I'm okay getting it this time. The big hike we plan to do later in the day, we want to do for sunset. But I found this little hike just outside Canmore called Grassy Lakes, and it should be a nice little warm-up before we do our big hike later in the day. So apparently there's a bear in the area. I'd be okay seeing one from afar, so hopefully we'll see one, even though Tiffany does not want to. But the funny thing about that is that the hike we're doing for sunset, it's kind of a higher bear activity trail. It's been closed for the last month because of high bear activity. And with us doing a sunset hike there, that means we have about 6 miles of hiking out in the dark. So that'll be interesting. So we both underestimated this hike. We read the stats and then just didn't really think the stats through. It's only a mile one way.
You told me it was one flat mile.
A mile one way with like 500 feet of gain. I'm like, oh, 500 feet's nothing.
I don't think you said that to me.
Maybe I said it quietly, but 500 feet when you're only going a mile, it's a decent amount of gain. So we were both thinking this is gonna be like a little easy warm-up hike before our big hike this afternoon. And this is definitely turning out to be
sweating.
We're both sweating. So just gonna still warm up. Might be a little bit more use of our muscles than we wanted before today's hike, but
work off breakfast.
We'll do it. It's okay. Work off that apple fritter. When I was here last fall, my family and I hiked up to that far left point over there, and there's an incredible view from there looking down over a lake with that whole mountain in the background. It's awesome. So check out the video. I'll put a link in there to see that video from when we did that. We missed the sun hitting this lake by probably 15 minutes, and I can only imagine how pretty it would have been with the sun just lighting up all the color. And before we turned around to go down, we almost missed it, but there were a whole bunch of people all over this wall climbing. But what a beautiful spot to go climbing at with this whole scene back behind them. One cool thing about this trail is that unlike a lot of hiking trails where you hike in and out on the same trail, this one you can make a loop. So we decided to make the loop, which also happens to go by that waterfall we could see from the parking lot. What we didn't realize is that opposite of how kind of gradual and easy the trail up was, this one was very technical and very steep the entire way down. So a great warm-up prior to our big hike later today. But before too long, we were back down to the cars and on our way to the main event of the day, and then what I've been looking forward to for this whole trip. We are finally going to make our way up to Smutwood Peak. I first came across this hike in 2017 as I was flying around on Google Earth searching for things to do up in this area. At that point, for the most part, at least on social media, this hike was unknown, and I was really excited to get there kind of at the early stages before it really blew up. I tried in 2018 and again 2019 to do it, but both times weather shut me out. And then COVID hit and Canada kind of closed down. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm so excited. So as we're driving out towards our trail, we come across this lake. I did not expect this. This lake is absolutely beautiful. And I think we also might have found our camp spot for later tonight. But now, back to getting to that trailhead. Word to the wise though, always keep your eyes open on these back roads or any roads in Canada because you never know what you might see. Remember how I said earlier how I really wanted to do this hike back in 2017, 2018 before it blew up? As you can see from all the cars, this hike is very popular now. But for good reason. It looks absolutely amazing and I'm glad to see people out here enjoying these amazing places. I mean, that's exactly why I make these videos, is to share about these places so that hopefully I inspire you to get out and enjoy them as well. Just got to the trailhead. It took us a little bit longer than we had planned because we kept stopping because the drive was so pretty. But now we're just getting our packs ready. Gotta get my boots on. And then we'll enjoy this absolutely beautiful day. I cannot believe it's 70 degrees out in late September and we're doing a fall hike with these kinds of temperatures and conditions. I can't wait for tonight and I can't wait to see the view up there. It's gonna be amazing. Can't wait to show you as well. Before the hike starts, need to have some lunch. Got my meat, my cheese, a good drink, all the things the body needs. We're on the trail. Can't wait. I am super excited. The only part I'm not excited about is our eventual hike back in the dark through grizzly country. That's not my favorite thing, but we'll just make sure we talk the entire way down, which is usually not a problem for me and Tiffany. And yeah, and it'll keep all the little bears away from us, hopefully. I just hope they don't smell the apple fritter in my backpack because they're gonna want that just as much as me and they're gonna have a fight on their hands because I'm not giving up that apple fritter easily. Just know that, bears.
You wanna be, do what you wanna do, and if it sets you free, believe in only you. Yesterday is gone, forget about tomorrow and the ceilings you see right through. Find the moment and make it. Write your headline and raise it to the sky. No one else can create it. Take your banner and raise it to the sky. There's only one way out, inside a prison view. 10 whispers or a shout, gunpowder if it's true. Smoke before the fire, no one else can slay the dragon sleeping inside of you. Find the moment and make it. Write your headline and
bit windy. Just a little bit. Everything I've read about this hike all says the same thing. Once you cross over that ridge we just came over, it's windy up there, and they weren't lying. It was crazy windy the second we crossed over. But if we thought the views so far on this hike were good, they only got exponentially better. So we have to go up that trail all the way up to that peak right there. And we have about an hour in which to do it, which is a lot. But we're gonna go for it. Even if we just get close, it'll be close to that view that I have been wanting to see for like 7 years now. One thing we found as we got higher though is a lot of exposure, which I was expecting, but I don't think Tiffany was. And she's an incredible hiker and mountaineer, but the one thing she struggles with is exposure, especially with loose scree like this. But that's why it's so important to do these kinds of activities with someone that you trust immensely, and you lean on each other's strengths and you work through it. There's the trail. The summit is right there.
I don't know if I'll make it.
Oh, we're gonna make it, Tiffany. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. It's like the song goes from that Christmas movie. You just put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking up that mountain. You just put one foot in front of the other. Soon we'll have a beautiful sun. It might be a dumb song, but it works. I get it in my head like a mantra, and we are almost there. We made it to the top. That was a tough climb, but
It's freaking terrifying.
so worth it for that view I've waited so long to see. We made it just before when the light was on the peak, before clouds over there kind of blocked it. Maybe it'll come back out, but it's so awesome to be up here. Now it's time to eat my apple fritter I've been waiting this whole hike to eat. I love apple fritters, and I have to say, this was probably the best apple fritter I have ever had. I don't know if that's because of the donut itself or because of where I was eating it, but it was fantastic. So that was an absolutely beautiful sunset. I'm so glad to have finally got to see this view. Now, we're gonna race back down this mountain to hopefully get out of here. It's gonna be dark, but at least get down past this whole section before it's dark. We made it back and did not get eaten by grizzlies, so that's a bonus. Now we're gonna go. We found that lake we were at earlier that we stopped at was beautiful, so we are gonna go set up camp there, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. That's not a bad view to wake up to. But man, last night was rough. It was really windy all night long. I should have known better, parked where we are with an open view of this lake and knowing there's gonna be some wind, but it didn't get a lot of sleep. And we have a long day today. Hopefully tonight we'll get some much better sleep. So when you're in Canada, at least one time, you have to go to Tim Hortons. Really funny story about Tim Hortons is that my wife is Canadian, born and raised in Canada until she was in middle school. Growing up, when they got donuts, it was always at Tim Hortons. When she moved to the States in middle school, she went to a donut shop and asked for some Timbits. So for those that don't know, at Tim Hortons, they called donut holes Timbits. She had no idea there was another name for them besides Timbits. And so she gets to the donut shop and she asks for, can I get some Timbits? And the guy's like, Timbits? She's like, yeah, you know, Timbits. And he's like, I don't know. What's a Timbit? And she like pointed at him. He's like, oh, donut holes. She's like, no, those are Timbits. It's one of those stories I love about when she came to the States. It's I don't know, it's very cute. It's hilarious. Yeah, anyways, I got a maple sausage something sandwich that sounds delicious, and a little Boston cream, can't really see it, a little Boston cream donut. So hopefully it's good. We needed more of a fast breakfast today instead of a sit down, so we have a lot to do today. It's actually not bad. Usually when I'm wanting a quick breakfast, I'll go to McDonald's and get a sausage and egg McMuffin or something like that. But when you're in Canada, you have to go to Tim Hortons. And honestly, this maple bacon sandwich that I got was surprisingly really, really good. And I hadn't gotten one in years, so I'll definitely be getting more of these when I'm up in Canada and I'm hungry for breakfast, because it was pretty tasty. But now back to the adventure. We are heading west away from Banff and Canmore, back over into the Radium Hot Springs area and the East Kootenays for our next hike. Got my Jeep protected the best I could with what wire was left. So hopefully I don't come back to any chewed up brake lines. But I think it's pretty well protected. The main reason for wrapping the chicken wire around the bottom of the vehicles is mostly because of porcupines and other rodents that want to eat brake lines and other salty things on your vehicle. So it's just a common practice in eastern BC. All right, here we go, sore legs and all. We have like 1,600 feet of elevation gain in roughly 2 to 2.5 miles. It's going to be a steep couple of miles, but it's going to be worth it. Based off that photo there I showed you at the sign, I think it's going to be beautiful. We just found our first full peak yellow larch. That's a good sign of things to come up at the lake. This whole valley is beautiful. There's larches about 1/2 to 3/4 peak all over us. Some awesome peaks up there. And our lake should be right over this knob, just back behind there. So we're almost 2 miles in, so we have maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile left with about 500 or 600 gain. So we're getting close. This last push to the lake is quite steep. We just came from straight down there. Some of the steepest switchbacks ever. But we are super, super close. Aren't they soft?
So cool.
Oh my goodness. Holy cow. We've thoroughly enjoyed our time at this lake. It's such a good payoff. I'm so glad that we made our way over here to do it today. Now we have to get back down to the vehicles because we still have time to get over to the off-roading trail that I am really excited about, because from what I've seen, this trail is just larches, like you're driving through larches, and I'm super excited. And camping in the larches, which I have never done with my Jeep before. Made it back to the car. I am beat. I'm glad that we get to go drive to camp now and hang out, chill, eat food, and then just drive home tomorrow. Although I feel like tomorrow is gonna be a very stiff day after yesterday and today, and then just sitting for like a 12-hour drive home, but that's okay. I'll worry about that tomorrow. For now, we can clean up all the wire and go find camp. It didn't take too long to get all that off and cleaned up and rolled up, ready for the next person, and then we are on the road, on our way to our next camp. But that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's inspired maybe some hikes next fall in the Canadian Rockies for yourself. And if you did like this video, I really hope that you'll consider subscribing, as I do so many fun adventures, usually with my family of 4, and sometimes with just friends like this. But the next video and the finale of my Canadian Rockies series, you are not going to want to miss. Like I had just mentioned, we are leaving the hike now, looking for our campsite for tonight. This is just a little snippet of what we are about to experience. So I really hope I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. See you then.